Mr. Splitfoot, 2016, is a contemporary gothic novel by Samantha Hunt that intertwines the supernatural with buried family secrets. The story follows Cora, a young woman who begins to uncover long-concealed truths after she channels the spirit of her deceased aunt. Hunt's novel has been acclaimed for its tightly woven plot, evocative atmosphere, and nuanced character development. An award-winning author, Hunt has received the National Book Foundation's 5 Under 35 honor and the Bard Fiction Prize in 2010. Before becoming a full-time writer, she earned an MFA from Warren Wilson College and held a job in an envelope factory. The novel unfolds across 2 interconnected timelines. One strand, set around 15 years earlier, follows Ruth and Nat, 2 orphans growing up in a strict, insular foster home known as Love of Christ. The present-day thread centers on Cora, Ruth's niece, who discovers she is pregnant and begins to question the direction of her life. As the story progresses, the ties between past and present slowly come into focus. At Love of Christ, the children live under the oppressive rule of Father Arthur, a controlling religious zealot who isolates them from the outside world. Instead of a standard education, the children are forced to study scripture and work his farmland. Father Arthur claims divine authority and preaches that all other religions are false. Fearful of being cast out like her sister Eleanor once was, Ruth longs for stability and clings to Nat, who becomes the closest thing to family she has. In the present, Eleanor's daughter Cora is deeply unhappy. Trapped in an affair with a married man named Lord, she hopes that the pregnancy might compel him to leave his wife, but instead, he urges her to terminate the pregnancy and ultimately abandons her. Cora is left struggling to envision how she can raise a child alone. Meanwhile, in the past, Ruth and Nat experiment with contacting spirits. During one seance, they encounter a mysterious entity called Mr. Splitfoot. He promises to help them speak with the dead if they agree to let him stay. Ruth and Nat are fascinated by the idea of speaking to the dead, so when the ghostly figure of Mr. Splitfoot appears, they eagerly welcome him into their lives. With his help, they begin holding seances and soon start making money by performing for paying clients. One day, a traveling salesman offers them a tempting deal. He'll take them away from the orphanage if they agree to work for him. He doesn't care whether they're truly communicating with spirits. He's only interested in putting on a show and turning a profit. Desperate for escape, Ruth and Nat leave with him for New York, hoping to begin a new life. In New York, Ruth is unexpectedly reunited with her estranged sister, Eleanor. She quickly learns that Eleanor is pregnant and surviving by trading sex for a place to sleep and a meal in the morning. Eleanor is lost, bitter, and unsure who the father is. Ruth, overwhelmed and powerless to help, feels more helpless than ever. Terrified of ending up like her sister, alone, unstable, and adrift, Ruth marries the salesman and lets Nat live with them. The narrative shifts back to the present. As Cora struggles with her pregnancy, Ruth suddenly appears. Seeing so much of Eleanor and Cora, Ruth is determined to help. She invites Cora on a journey through New York to uncover their family's past. Though puzzled by Ruth's sudden reappearance, Cora, lacking any other close relatives, agrees to go. She senses that this journey might be what she needs. Together, they travel along the Erie Canal. Along the way, Ruth opens up about the past, about Eleanor, their abusive mother, and the painful decision Eleanor made to report the abuse in a desperate attempt to protect Ruth. That act led to their separation and Eleanor's placement in the harsh foster home that shaped so much of their fate. But this is no ordinary journey. It spans 9 months, paralleling the length of Cora's pregnancy. By the end of the trip, Cora gives birth, marking not just the arrival of her child, but her own emotional rebirth. She resolves to rebuild her life, to face motherhood with strength and purpose. In a final revelation, Cora realizes that, like Ruth, she too can speak to the dead, and that Ruth, all along, has been a ghost. With Cora finally ready to move forward, Ruth disappears, returning to the spirit world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.